Fantastic, my darling. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome and good morning, my darling. So, obviously, you know, my name is Sarvi. I'm assistant director.
Yeah.
Um, so today, obviously, after I've sent you the link, Tilini, we will go through just a brief induction.
Yeah.
You also mentioned in your email that you got few questions to make,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So now, all I'll need you to do today, when we go through this one here, and we will go pretty quickly because most of it you've already seen on the link, is just basically your name,
Yeah.
position, title, and here is Charmaine's name, and obviously you can put
Yeah.
CD in brackets, center director, and the date of commencement. Now the date of commencement we are going to start from next week.
Okay.
Okay, Tilini, that doesn't mean that you're going to start straight away.
Yeah.
However, just to put a commencement
Yeah.
date,
Yeah.
okay? You probably will start next week, just slowly,
Yeah.
with few shifts here and there, so
Yeah.
it gets you
Yeah.
used to it. Does that make
Yeah.
sense,
Yeah.
Tilini? So
Yeah.
at least
Yeah.
you're getting the hang of
Yeah.
it. And obviously, once you've done that, we'll go through each of these points over here, and same with here.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, as I said, most of it, Tilini, you've already seen on the link,
Yeah.
but obviously, you can ask me any questions. Okay, my darling. So we got the next 30 minutes together.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I'll leave you to it.
Yeah. You need my full name here, right?
Mhm. That's correct. I don't know if you have like the other girls, like 3, 4 names, like literally, Because
You're gonna expect it from every Sri Lanka.
isn't it? So it's a very common thing. Yeah. How curious.
And my husband has 6 names, and he went to service essay, and that lady, what? You have 6 names? I don't have 6 letters in my
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
yeah,
So she actually said, I don't have even 6
six
letters.
letters in first name.
Thank you, my darling. So the reason why I'm asking you to put the legal name over there is
Yeah.
because we will link that to your working with children check.
Yeah.
Because your working with children check has your full legal name.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, fantastic. And date of commencement next week Monday should be the 18th,
Okay.
Tilini. Yeah. Fantastic, Delini. So we will go through each one of these ones here. So your job description, you haven't received that yet, obviously.
Yeah.
So you're missing this one and the confirmation of employment as well at this stage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I will get Charmaine to draft this one for you, so we are both on the same page.
Yeah.
Then, did you get your employment handbook or not yet? Not yet. So as we go downstairs, I will give it to you.
Yeah.
You will need to complete all these, obviously. The earlier the better. Okay,
Yeah.
Tilini. So, for example, if we set a date for you to start next week, we would need it the latest by Thursday. So
Right.
if I give it to you today, if you could drop it even tomorrow or Thursday,
Yeah.
would be amazing. So we can set you up on the system. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, regarding the working with children check, we do have that already,
Yeah.
but within the email that Gursahiba sent you,
Yeah.
I need you to actually attach all the documentation together so we can make a proper file for you.
Yeah.
So send everything from the very beginning,
Yeah.
working with children check,
The
first aid.
the document list that.
Yes, exactly right. Yeah.
And there was a problem with the child safe training. I sent an email to Gusaiba saying that
Yes.
I started it doing on last Friday, and I
Yes.
completed 4 modules,
Mm-hmm.
including
Mm-hmm.
the introduction,
Yes. Yep.
and I kept it and left for my work.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
And when I get back, I couldn't log in for some reason, and the
Okay.
LMS has changed, I think. So I tried with several ways, and then I sent an email for the tech support.
Yes.
I didn't hear them yet. Probably I'm gonna give a call, and I
Okay.
tried with another email. Obviously, I can't change my name and the center
No, no, of
details.
course. Yes,
So I
absolutely.
changed a different email, The
Yes.
problem is I don't get the email from my inbox because
Ah,
there should
okay,
be some
my
check
darling.
here, so I can't,
Yes,
go forward.
yes. Okay, I get you. Okay, so what we can do is, Selene, just try to type if there is actually a customer service contact number as well in there.
Yeah. Okay.
So you should be calling either today, tomorrow, whenever it's more convenient for you, and find out what is happening,
Yeah.
because something similar happened to one of the educators here as well. When they started to do it, they were like, Sarvi is not logging in, it's not logging in. So did you try reset password as well? You know where it says to reset the password? Did you
But the thing,
try?
yeah, I think is, it says if you have here before, if you have been here before, just they are giving a link. Click
Yes.
here. So I
Yes.
put my email, and then
Mm-hmm.
I don't receive the email,
You
so
don't.
I can't
Okay.
go further.
Okay, so what definitely you would need to do is wait to hear from them for a couple of more days, Tilini.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you leave it with me,
Yeah.
and we can find another solution. Even we can obviously do it with another email. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
still with maybe open just like a temporary email, but they should be getting back to you, because it happened the same to one of the educators in the Billy
Yeah.
Buttons,
Yeah.
and they got back to her after 4 or 5 days. So give
Oh,
it a little
maybe.
time, my
Yes.
darling,
Yes.
okay? Because yeah, they're
Yeah.
not as quick as
Yeah.
us in doing things.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, but you should be actually getting an answer from them. But obviously, keep contacting them,
Yeah. Sure.
and let me know on Thursday when you come and drop off your employment pack, and then we can go
Yeah.
from there.
Yeah.
Okay. Then obviously, with the documentation that is part of the induction as well, you will need to send through their eyes safety training, which that one is usually face to face. It's a 7-hour course
Okay.
that you can book. Tilini, I don't know if you have done that one.
I've done the RRHN mandatory course. I think it's a
Yes,
4 hour course. As I remember, I did at the education department.
you did already. So
Yeah,
the was that one face to
face
face?
to face.
Okay, so you will need to do safe through environments as well.
Okay.
But that one you'll need to book. That is a face-to-face one, because it's the first time that you would do it.
Right.
Once you do it once, Tilini, you only need to refresh it every 3 years.
All right.
And you can do that face-to-face. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So at the beginning, the first time it's a bit challenging, because you gotta go and do the training for the full day and whatnot, and this and
Yeah.
that. But then after, it's just refreshers.
Okay.
So I really recommend you to do it, get it out of the way, and then it's done, and then you just do refreshers. Okay. Now, that's regarding the documentation. Now, the meals and breaks still in it. So for this one here, so obviously you've been here as a student, so it's a bit different, yeah.
Yeah.
You used to do 7.5 hours or even 8 hours, and you used to take same 20 minutes and 30 minutes. Now, as an employee, you will have shifts. You probably see this in the link as well.
Yeah.
You will have shifts of 5 hours, 5.5, 6 hours. You're entitled to a 20-minute break. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, above 5 hours, Fair Work says that you need to have actually a 30-minute
30-minute
as
break.
well.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you obviously say, oh my goodness, like to have a 6 hour break and I need to have two breaks is not really worth it, right? Like you might think, because obviously, again, you're a mom as well, so you got commitments out of here. So what you would do is, at the start of your shift, you negotiate with your employer, either Charmaine or myself. You come and talk to us and say, okay, I know I do have a 5.5 hour shift, but can I have just only 20 minutes, please? Okay, darling, and you will get paid for the full 5.5 hours, because that's your time.
Yeah.
The morning tea break is not included in your pay. It's excluded of your pay. So it means it's included. Sorry, it's
Yeah.
actually included in your pay. So nothing is gonna be deducted on your lunch break. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So and then the 30 minutes lunch. Now, Tilini, sometimes new educators do ask me, can I do it together? Can I have 50 minutes? The
Oh,
answer is no.
no. That's not
Okay, my
possible.
yeah, exactly, darling. It's
Yeah.
not possible, but just because we gotta make sure we keep
Yeah.
the ratios within the room,
I understand.
and we are fair for everybody. If an educator at all times takes 50 minutes, imagine the chaos here. Okay, so at the end of the day, we are here for the children. So we need to make sure, obviously, what to say. That obviously, we are catering, we are there for them in the busiest times. Busiest times here, you obviously see better than me.
Yeah.
It's morning time, drop off, pick up time from in the afternoon, and transitions. Those are the busiest times at the center. So if there is not enough educators because they are taking breaks together, it's a bit crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Tilina, I just gotta tell you as well, for your meals and breaks, if you wanna leave the center, you're entitled to, obviously.
Okay.
However, every time you leave the center within your shift, you gotta sign out at the front office. There is a book, manual book,
Yeah.
and say, okay, I'm out of this center. This is because in case of an emergency, Tilini,
Yeah.
we don't count you in.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We know that you're out of the premises, so you're safe.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But if you go out, I don't have you in the book there, we will be like, where is Tilini? Like, we don't have her. Right? Does that make sense? So it's a bit critical that you do that. Yeah. Same as when you return to the center, same. Okay, darling. This is just obviously in case of emergency. Yeah. Now, regarding policies and procedures, now child protection, grievance, all of these, Tilini, I really won't go through in detail because you obviously have been here as a student. You had to go through some of them. That big red folder, that bright folder that is just right in your face. So there is one in each rooms across the center. There is one in the office, one in the staff area. So it's basically one everywhere. Okay. So if you don't know anything, please consult the policy, darling. It's really clear, crystal clear. If you don't understand anything, if you are unsure, you come and see me, you come and see Charmaine or Bursahiba. Okay, darling. After reading the policy, hey, I don't understand. Can you clarify what's this? We will have no hesitation in telling you what it is. Okay, darling. So we are here to help. We are not your enemies. We are here to help. But you obviously need to ask for help. Yeah? Now, regarding child protection, Tilini, I just got to mention this one here because we are going very strong with this one. Obviously, you are seeing what's happening currently in Victoria, which is quite dramatic. So, a new element in the NQF is coming in on board.
Okay.
ASIQA has made things a little bit tighter and stricter for educators to follow. So, and as a nominated supervisor, Charmaine will need to upload new policies regarding child protection. This will mean, my darling, and you are actually the first employee that I'm going to induct with this.
Okay.
This will mean, obviously, we never had phones on the floor. You know this, yeah? Your phone had to stay in your locker. However, no smartphones, no smartwatches either from now on. Okay, my darling. Now, you can have definitely a watch that only counts your palpitations, only counts your, your steps a day. Those like basic ones, you can have that. But you cannot have, so for example, if that has the setting of recording, you cannot have it.
Got it.
Okay, my darling, and that probably has it because I got it as well. I got it at home as well. So that is strictly a no from now on. Okay, my darling. Now, we didn't put it in place as yet because this is a very new thing. This is just something that a sequel dropped last week. So we are working on it. But I'm just telling you that eventually those won't be allowed in the rooms. Okay, my darling. We go back to normal watches with, exactly right. So, yeah, I know. But what to do, darling? Like anything to protect the children as much as we can. And then, at the end of the day, you got your breaks. You can use obviously your devices during your breaks. That's not an issue. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Okay. Now, grievance policy. This one as well, Tilina, I just want to mention about this one. Now, regarding the grievance policy, um, if you get a parent complaint, we obviously make some scenarios during your interview, right? So if you get a parent complaint and say, okay, so Tilini, what's going on here? My child didn't get a nappy change. She's soiled. She has her nappy soiled. You know what's going on? She has a red bum. So this parent is frustrated at you, right? So how you handle those behaviors, especially from parents and also from your co-workers, is crucial, Tilini. So this is actually a pretty strong policy that we got in place. So grievances need to be attended with respect. Okay, so we're not gonna be rude at any time. So if a parent gets frustrated, we do have a policy in place though. So no tolerance policy that states that if a parent becomes aggressive to you in their body language, in their language itself, you need to ask the parent to leave the premises. But there is a fine line here, yeah?
Yeah.
There is a very fine line here, Tilini. So one thing is being rude and one thing is being aggressive. So how do you know when is what? Yeah. So basically, a parent can be rude, and most of the times, look, and again, our families, you know it better than me. Like, our families are quite good, Tilini.
Yeah.
Like, we are pretty lucky here because our families are, they barely complain, like, compared to others. However, everybody has a bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody has a bad day. We got to understand that we are humans. So that can happen. However, rudeness doesn't mean the parent is aggressive.
Yeah.
Aggressive is when actually someone is actually insulting you verbally. It's actually like, so for example, saying, "Oh, you don't understand shit in here." Like, um, so using language that is non-appropriate in a room with another children around and to you as a person. Does that make sense, Tilini?
Yeah.
So and this obviously includes as well body language, yeah, the
Yeah.
way they gesticulate their body and their hands, or if they try to physically attack you, which never happened obviously here, darling. But you gotta know that difference, yeah?
Yeah.
So in the moment you feel attacked in a bad manner,
Yeah.
so the moment they step over this rude line,
Yeah.
that's the moment where you say, I'm really sorry, but this is not appropriate. I'm not accepting your behavior. We have a non-tolerance policy, so I will ask you to leave the premises right now. If they don't want to, then you need to refer to a leader. Okay, Tilini, that's the step that you would take.
Yeah.
Or you get the phone and you ask for help.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what you need to be doing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? You
Yeah.
don't need to confront it yourself. You just need to know what to say if that parent or that co-worker exceeds the line. Yeah?
Yeah.
But you gotta know that rudeness is not aggressiveness.
Yeah.
So when is someone rude? When do you think is someone rude for you? Tell me.
Um,
And you can use an example with me if you want to.
Maybe using some words that not appropriate,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
like not nice,
Yes.
which hurt me,
Yes.
and
So if I tell you, for example, Tilini, I'm just gonna give you a scenario and you tell me which one is it.
yeah,
So if I tell you, as a parent, oh look, Tilini, this has been happening few days. Like, like you guys never change my child. She always has a bum red because you never change her. Right? She's always with soil nappies when I pick her up. What's that for you?
that's rude.
That's rude.
Yeah.
So now, if I tell you, oh look, you actually don't understand shit here. You're so like, I'm over this bullshit. Like, I'm gonna report you. Blah, blah. What's that for
That's
you?
opposite.
That's aggressive, correct.
Yeah.
That, do you see the
Yeah.
change in the body language as well?
Yeah.
Do you see how I am trying to not only mentally but physically trying to intimidate you?
Yeah.
That's aggressiveness. That's when you need to come in and
Yeah.
say, I'm really sorry. This behavior is not tolerated at the center. I'm going to ask you to leave the premises right now. And if I tell you as a parent, what? No way, I'm not fucking leaving without my child, then you need to get the phone.
Okay.
Or if you have a leader, if you have one of the lead educators or second in charge still in it. So for example, in Banksia, is Indu, is the niche. If they are not there, they have their second in charge as well, right?
Yeah.
So in this room here, in the seniors is Shilpa.
Yeah.
For the niche is Bushra.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Someone there will be for sure, my darling. If not, Kursahiba, if not, someone from the office.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always,
Yeah.
you will not be left by yourself. So you'll be like, well, I need to make a call, sorry, because I'm not accepting this.
Yeah.
Yeah? But rudeness, all you can do is stay calm, professional within your tone and language. Look, I absolutely understand. I can see how frustrating that the fact that you're picking up Isla, for example, with her bum red. I can understand. Let's go through the nappy chart together.
Yeah.
Yeah? And then, because don't forget this, the moment a parent is rude to you, if you're able to turn things around, that parent will build so much trust in you.
Mm.
You know why? Because you cared. You cared.
Yeah.
Rather than saying, oh, I'll talk with the team leader, so tomorrow she'll let you know.
Oh, yeah.
Can you see the difference?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're able to follow up and to care, Tilini, the parent will say, actually, she showed me the nappy chart. She cares.
Right.
You see the difference?
Yeah.
Rather than, I'll tell the team leader, okay? And tomorrow she'll let you know. Maybe the child is not even here tomorrow. You get the difference?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, over here, with all these, Tilini, again, as I've mentioned, you got that beautiful red folder to go through them. Now, with these policies and procedures, Tilini, I will need you to review them within 3 months of employment. Okay? So, from the moment you actually start with us as employee, in 3 months, I will be sitting down with you again and going through to know if you are understanding these policies. To actually know,
What's
for
my
me to
understanding?
exactly,
Yeah.
because I need to know. Does that make sense, darling? So we are everybody on the same page, yeah? Work health and safety. Now, I am the work health and safety officer at the center, Tilini. So that means that you obviously need to take care of your back, my darling, especially when doing nappies of younger children, the 0 to 2-year-old age. Okay, now this age group, they got beautiful stairs that when you do the nappy changes, you can take them up through the stairs. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Don't hurt your back if not needed. Yeah? The way as well you pick up a child, don't pick up a child and bend over. Just go on your knees and rise. Yeah? Those little changes make a lot on your back, my darling. Okay? In 10 years' time, you will be thanking me. Yeah. Okay? Because it happened here already. So, emergency procedures. Now, you, as a student, I believe you did do a procedure with us, an emergency, Tilini? You did. You did.
Yeah.
So obviously you will need to go through as well those, Tilini, okay? So you will find a map like this one. I'm gonna show you. So you will need to, so there will be a map like this one in every single room, Tilini. You probably saw them, yeah? So you will know where you are, where the assembly points are, and this QR code, it has a password which I will be giving you in writing for you to keep secure. Okay, darling? So once you QR code that, all the policies comes up and the procedures. So they tell you, this beautiful QR code tells you where do you need to go, which one is your assembly point. Very easy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it will tell you, so for example, if you're in Billy Buttons, okay, where do I need to go? I'm lost, because you might be nervous because the fire is just catching.
Yeah.
Where do I need to go? I don't, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously, you will follow the crowd most of the times.
Yeah.
But what about if there is no crowd? If you just came back from your break,
Yeah.
what about that?
Yeah.
Then you're lost.
Yeah.
Then you're unsafe, and then you can die burnt in here. So for that, we do have this QR code.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So that's that, Tilini. And then obviously, again, 3 months from start of employment, okay?
Yeah.
Then the staff forms, now you will not need the leave forms for now because you are not a permanent employee as yet. However, we do have an app that is called Wage Lock, Tilini. Okay, so every time you come for your shift, you sign in. You will have a username, a password. Every time you clock off for the day, you sign off. Make sure you sign off because no one can be left in the premises at night. Okay. Now you don't need to clock off for your breaks. Yeah. Only when you come in, only when you leave the premises. That's all I need you to do. In regards with leave, if you have planned any holidays, Tilini, obviously, we know that you're not permanent. However, our casual are actually permanent casuals, you know that.
Yeah.
So we count on them on a regular basis because we want the children to be familiar,
Yeah.
with your faces, right? So we all I need you to do is when I send you, which I will send it to you today on an email, you will need to download the app on your phone. So you will be welcome to Wage Lock, yada yada. And there will be a section where it says unavailability.
Okay.
You click in there and you put your unavailability. So I will be away from 1st of September until the 30th of September because you're going to Sri Lanka, for example. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You need to put that in advance. Now, in the video as well, you obviously saw that the roster comes out every fortnight. Tilini,
Yeah.
you know that.
Yeah.
So every fortnight the roster comes out. You need to put your availability before that. Yeah. So so the second week on a Tuesday, Charmaine publishes the roster.
Yeah.
So currently we are in the first week.
Okay.
Next week will be the second week. Therefore, obviously, because we will place you, if you hand the documentation and everything, we will have you ready to go next week. But the earlier you get, the earlier you are set up on the system, you need to put your availability straight away, Tilini. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, as I've explained during the interview, you are required to stay available most of the day, not most of the days, but most of the hours. Okay, Tilini? Because we got to balance it out. We got to be fair with everybody else. So you can put, one day I'm available only in the morning, but the other 2 days I'm available all day. So you can roster me anywhere. Okay. Now, if you, for example, put I'm available only 8 to 2, you will pretty much not get any shifts, my darling, because that's not what we are looking for. We are looking to be fair with everybody. But if you give me 2 mornings, 2 afternoons, you will be probably be getting shifts. Does that make sense, darling? So but that we can explain later on when you have Wage Lock. Okay, just for you to keep in mind that if you are planning a holiday this year, next year, we need to know. The earlier, the better. Yeah. Now, emergency procedures, well, what to say, I've already explained. You got a beautiful QR code, which I will give you the password as soon as you sign the contract. And then it's up to you to really study them, my darling. Not study, but make yourself aware. Yeah? Now, children with medical management, obviously, we do have children with allergies, anaphylaxis, and diet requirements. There is a clear procedure now in place, Tilini. So that I will inform you as you start your shifts, because that's better to see it in practice rather than me explaining you today, because it's a waste of time. Then introduction to key employees, obviously myself, assistant director, educational leader is also myself, and Indu. Okay, room leaders, you've met them. So obviously it's Indu, Denisha. Here you got Nora, and over there you got Donna and Chatu. You've met them as well. Then work health and safety officer is myself. So if I see you that you are picking up a child not in the right manner, I will be tapping onto your shoulders and say, Tilini, be very mindful with your back next time. Yada yada yada. Does that make sense, Sally? Don't take it personally, but I just really want you to be very mindful, okay? First aid officer is Sarabi. Sarabi at the front office, okay, darling? Now, Sarabi is first aid officer. She's admin, but she's also an educator. Okay, darling? So if you see her in the rooms across the center, she is a diploma qualified educator, so she can help. Sometimes she does help with breaks and whatnot, same as me. Yeah? Yeah, my darling. So before you sign over here that you acknowledge and you understood all this information, ask me any questions. Do you have any questions for me? Because you mentioned you had some.
That's regarding my the certifications, whether is it correct or I sent that to I clarified with Guru Sahiba actually.
Ah, fantastic. You did already.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Did she email you back?
Yes. She did.
Fantastic.
And I have to renew my CPR because it's 1 year.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's expiring on 14th, I guess, this month.
Yes.
So I have to do that.
Fantastic. Yeah.
And the safe environment where I can actually do that. I went to the education department,
Yes.
the website.
Yes.
It's what I realized was it's getting me to the RRHN, but it's not the RRHN as you say.
No, my darling. So I will send you another link if you want today. Because today I'm gonna send you the wage lock, right? The invitation to the portal. So I will send you that one, and I will tell you where you can book. There is different venues where you can book, mostly in the city.
Right, that's okay. Because
I know you got a child, my darling, but you know what I mean. So you will need to arrange care for your son, isn't it? Is that a son?
Son and daughter.
You got two.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So I will send you the locations, and then you can choose whatever is more convenient for
that will
you.
be better because my host provider also doing, but it's like once a month, maybe not meeting my expectations the date because I have to finish it soon.
Absolutely.
That would be great
So
if you're
focus first because you got your run already. You could start working, my darling. Okay. You can do the safe through environments a little bit later.
Right.
But the CPR, I need you to have it.
I can finish it.
Because that's obviously, like, and also that's actually a quick thing to do.
Like
I think it's
2 hours, 3
two
hours.
exactly. It's a 2 to 3 hours, so it shouldn't take you long at all. So yeah.
You expect you expect it, any organization that provides CPR? That's
And if I suggest you someone, or do you have someone in mind?
No, I just searched through the web. It gives like a lot.
I know St. John's, Tilini. St. John's is amazing with their trainings. St. John's Ambulance. St. John's offers amazing training for first aid CPR. Amazing. All our first aid trainings across the center, we book them with St. John's. Amazing. They're very thorough, very complete, very, very clear, very clear. Yeah. And it costs the same pretty much as everybody else, it's the same cost, Tilini. So, but once you have it, you're done, you know what I mean? Like, you don't need to CPR, you need to keep doing it, but first aid is 3 years, so lasts for a while. Okay. Any other questions, Tilini?
While I'm rostered, if I've got sick or something emergency,
Yes.
how should I communicate?
Yeah, fantastic question. So there is a sick procedure in place, which I will send you as well today if you want to. That sick procedure basically says that you will go onto your roster on WageLock. Let's say you got your phone, you go through your app, and you need to check who is on opening, either me or Charmaine.
All right.
Yeah? Because if I am on late, still in like today, I'm not going to help you because I can't help you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
In the sense, it has to be the manager that is opening.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah?
okay. Oh,
So either Charmaine or myself will be on opening.
all right.
We alternate. So Charmaine was opening today, I'm closing.
Right.
Tomorrow I'm opening, she's closing, like that.
Okay.
So it is very rare that one of us at least is not here.
Okay.
There is always here one of us. Very rare. We both full time, you know that. So you go to Wage Lock and see, okay, Charmaine is on early. You call Charmaine. I'll give you the numbers and everything.
Yeah.
You call Charmaine and you say, hey, Charmaine, I got a shift at 8:30. I really cannot make it today. I'm really sorry. Like, I'm unwell, I'm coughing, my son, my daughter, whatever it is, Tilini.
Yeah.
However, my darling, if you got, let's say, a 7:30 shift,
Yeah.
unless it's something really contagious, so vomit, diarrhea, if it's a little cold or a flu, you are required to come in, Telini. If your shift starts at 7:30, 7:30, if it's an early shift, you really need to come in. And then as soon as you get in, we will work on a replacement and you can go. Okay, my darling, we won't keep you sick for the day here. We don't do that here. However, because it's early, we cannot pull out a stuff from nowhere. Yeah, you understand this. So you come, wear a mask. You just communicate to, in this case, Charmaine, because she opened. Hey, Charmaine, I'm not well. Can I please ask you, to replace me with someone as soon as you can, please? Yeah. Usually, my darling, within 2 hours max, we get someone. Usually. Not always, but if we don't find anyone, we will let you go anyway after 2 hours, darling, no more. Okay, we won't let you sick in here. Obviously, if it's a vomit that you are dying in the toilet, darling, I'll tell you, look, Tilini, don't come. Yeah? But if it's a cold, my darling, or a little bit, like or cough, you can come in and then you leave. Easy. Now, the earlier you tell us, the better. Yeah? If you're starting a same scenario, you're starting at 7:30 today, Tuesday, but Monday you're already quite sick. Call us on Monday. Yeah? Call, hey, I won't be in tomorrow. I'm really sorry. And then you don't need to come in. Does that make sense, darling? You only need to come in if you call right in the morning. 4 shifts, so that is 4 shifts at 7:30, 8. That is early shift. Then from 8:30, even if you call in the morning, you don't need to come, darling, yeah, because you give us a little bit of time. Now, you can call us from 6 onwards. From 6 a.m. onwards. But again, check the manager who is opening, because I might just be sleeping and I don't pick up. Yeah? Like today I was sleeping until late. You know what I mean? I won't pick up. So you gotta check Wage Lock, who is on opening. Clear?
Clear.
Anything else, my darling, before we finish?
That's pretty much it, I guess.
And if anything, Tilini, you can always ask me. Yeah, I'm pretty approachable. I don't bite anybody. So you can ask me anytime. Okay, my darling. So if you understood, I just need you to acknowledge. So induction for your name, signature, and then over here what I'll need you to do is on top of here you put your initials, and on top of here the date of today. Okay, so date and initials, and same with here, date and initials. Yeah, thank you, my darling. And I'm gonna just block that because I think Gursahiba got the gist.